Good morning, Liberty High School. I'm Finn Doherty, and welcome to Storm Chasers, where we sit down with Liberty Hurricanes to spotlight their amazing accomplishments. Today we're here with Marley Hartnett-Cody, the true embodiment of what it means to be a Liberty Hurricane. Whether she's on the stage, attending one of her many clubs, or giving back to the community, Marley is always just around the corner. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I just first want to start with asking you about what clubs you're a part of at Liberty and what those mean to you.
At Liberty, I'm involved in a lot of the performing arts, so I'm actually this year's female theater leader of Liberty Theatre. I'm also involved in choirliers, and with that are some additional ensembles, including Women's Chorale, a cappella, and Hurricanes, our female barbershop. Outside of that, I'm also involved in Liberty Angel 34, which partners with a local organization to fundraise for cancer research, which is very important to the community. At Liberty, I'm also a part of student government. I'm a class senator. I'm a member of the National Honor Society, the golf team. I'm also involved in the Feminist Union and newspaper as well. So.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, on top of all your clubs, I want to ask what classes have made an impact on you at Liberty?
Actually, currently, I'm taking AP Environmental Science, which I've really enjoyed. I've always been very interested in kind of sustainability and how we can make improvements in the environment so we don't deplete it of its resources. That class has really impacted me, especially in future career pursuits and major options, probably. I've also taken AP Language and Composition with Mrs. Passetti, which was probably one of my favorite classes as well. I really enjoy writing and just kind of analyzing the various pieces of literature we read in that class. That was very fun. One more favorite class I've had was journalism. It was definitely one of my career interests. It made an impact. I really just enjoyed the class. It was such a fun, collaborative environment. It just meant a lot to me.
Yeah. And seeing as you have so much going on in school and after school, how do you find the time to balance and maintain all of what you have going on?
Time management is key. I spend a lot of time putting in dates, putting in assignments in my Google Calendar, just kind of staying on top of everything, just making sure when I'm at home, I'm reading my textbook, I'm making Quizlets, like I'm getting on doing my homework, completing it as soon as possible. And then also making my time at Liberty after school efficient, like making sure I'm doing what needs to be done for my activities, finding extra time if I can to do some work, just kind of, making efficient use of my time.
You mentioned you are the female theater lead for this year, which is obviously an incredible accomplishment.
Thank you.
How long have you been acting for, and what does that mean to you?
I've been acting since probably the second grade. My elementary school did the little shows, and then I've kind of followed through with it throughout middle school, and then obviously now in high school. It was something that I just joined kind of randomly, and since then it's become one of my biggest passions, just kind of through all the relationships I've formed, the people I've met through theater, and just kind of all of the shows I've been fortunate to be a part of, just kind of giving back in the community again, kind of performing for everyone. It's definitely had its important role in my life. I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus on it as much in college and in my future pursuits. So it's really just something enjoyable that I've been lucky to be a part of over these past few years.
And what would you say your theater family and community means to you?
As I said before, I've really met a lot of my favorite people through theater. I've formed a lot of friendships, and it really does become a little family. Especially when we're spending so many times working together, like after hours, through tech week, just getting the show ready. I think it's really a lot of building a community, just getting closer, getting to know one another. I've seen that especially this year in my role as theater leader. I have run a lot of cast bondings, just making sure people kind of know each other, just kind of checking in on the general atmosphere of the cast. And I think it just really means a lot to kind of have that extra set of people that you can rely on, people that you can just talk to, just kind of get to know each other throughout the process,
Yeah.
So.
we'd love to know what has inspired you to get to this point.
A lot of that inspiration has definitely come from my mom. She's a second grade teacher, and watching her throughout her life just kind of volunteer for whatever is needed, help out in whatever way is possible, just kind of help out in the community. It's really inspired me to continue my involvement in Liberty. Whenever someone asks her for a favor or anything, she'll be there and she gives 100%. And I just think I've definitely watched her growing up and have taken that in myself, just kind of trying to mimic her, I guess, in a way and help out in any way possible.
Yeah. And we'd love to know who you are, outside of the school, like what you'd like to do on like a normal day when you get home.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I do have a job, so outside of school sometimes, if I'm not working, that can sometimes take up time. But outside of that, I really enjoy eating, like trying new restaurants. On the weekends, sometimes I'll go and try a new sushi restaurant with my mom, or just kind of trying various new restaurants. I also I like to read a lot. I haven't been able to read as much with school in session, but over the summer, reading is a big part of my life, and just kind of spending a lot of time with my family and my friends. I have a younger sister, so we definitely spend a lot of time together, just kind of doing stuff at home, whether it's like just watching TV or just talking about what's going on in our days, just kind of that type of stuff outside of school.
We'd love to know where you see yourself after high school.
Yeah, of course. I am pursuing a college education, higher education. I have submitted some applications, so we'll see what happens. But I'm probably looking at a major or a focus in political science or international relations, just kind of like an interest in public policy. So we'll see. But I'm also trying to figure out how I can incorporate some of my other passions in possibly environmental science or journalism into my future career goals. So we'll see how that works, but that's kind of where my head's at right now.
And finally, if you had any advice for underclassmen looking to display the spirit and energy you've given back to this school, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would just say just get involved in any way you can. Kind of find your space, your place in the Liberty community, and make the most of it. Just kind of, if you see things that you want to change, try and make those changes, or just kind of have fun, honestly, because it goes by really fast. I know everybody says that, but I've definitely witnessed that this past week. I feel like I'm experiencing all the senior things. So just take in your moments and, make the most of what you can with them.
Marley, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.